My friends, the name Anus Eater still has not been reported or flagged for a rename, which is absolutely shocking to me, having logged into this character for this second part of the Great Walk. Yeah. I thought someone would have reported it by now.
I'm with dumb.
Your name is fine. It's not that bad.
That's true, yeah. But
Yeah.
you would think that, you said it was a noose.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, it's actually French.
Yeah.
Anuse ater.
Very pretty.
Yes, it means I am your friend. Please don't ban me, Blizzard, in French.
That's crazy. I didn't know they had words that long in French for meanings.
What?
I don't know what I just said. Listen, we just start walking.
All right, let's start walking. Guys, if you're just now joining us, we are in Aberdeen at the moment, and we are continuing our great walk to the gates of Ahn'qiraj. Big shout out to the YouTube channel members. Lots of new faces probably watching this video right now. Came in since the last one. You guys are watching it early, and if you're not a member, well, you get to watch it too. You just gotta wait a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, Crendor, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. You know, I'm just doing my thing, doing my January, February, YouTube, Twitch, no ad money thing.
Yep.
Very
best
fun.
time of the year.
Best time of the year, but it is what it is. So I like to use it, just plan out everything. And that's kind of just what I've been doing. Now I'm starting to pick things up. You know, we're making a pointless top 10 food vendors. It's gonna be a banger, honestly.
Yeah.
Really good food vendors out there. Some of them you probably don't even know.
I probably don't.
Yeah.
I will say though, speaking of knowing things, I did your challenge.
You did.
I did what I said I was gonna do the last like podcasty walk thing that we did.
Yeah.
WoW geoguessing. I did it.
How'd you do?
I did really good. I didn't do the same website that you did. I didn't realize I was not on the same website, but it was a lot of fun. And shockingly, the video, I put it out earlier today at the time we're recording this, but shockingly, the video did great. Tons of people watching it, liking it, whatever, like all green arrows, like, yeah, your viewers really like this. And I'm sitting here like, what the heck am I doing making these like damn news and informational videos and stuff? People don't want that. People don't want machinima. People don't want none of that. Man, forget that. WoW geoguessing. That's where it's at, yo.
Yeah, when I started doing the WoW GeoGuessr, I was just like, this looks like it'd be a fun thing to do. I like GeoGuessr. I like WoW. I'll check it out. And it's like other people did it, like Asmongold did it, some other people, and then it was like years ago though. So I was like, well, screw it. I'm gonna restart this. So yeah, I did that, and then my first one got like 28,000 views, and I was like, what the shit? Is 28,000 views for me just being like, is this the Barons? Mm-hmm. And then I've made like 7 or 8. No, wait, how many am I made 1, 2, 3,
You've made a
4,
lot.
5, 6, 7, 8. I think I've made 9. Right now I'm on WoW GeoGuessr Pandaria. There's less people watching them now, but to me, if I get like 800 people watching the video, it's still 800 people watching me just guess at locations in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, 799 though, absolutely unacceptable.
That's unacceptable. Yeah, that would just cancel the entire series.
Exactly. I hear you.
Yeah,
people really like the classic WoW, like GeoGuessr. They like there's something about terrestrial Azeroth with like Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms. People just really they're very nostalgic. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Plus, I didn't realize Pandaria. I did Pandaria a few days ago. It was hard as shit. I was like, I don't know where any of this stuff is.
Dude, I would fail every single question with Pandaria. I never went to Pandaria during Mists of Pandaria.
Where'd you go?
Dude, I just like role played in Ashenvale the entire expansion. Like, I wasn't going to be caught on that nasty ass Panda Island. I'm a Chad Night Elf, you know? Come on, man. Right. No, yeah, like seriously, all through Mists of Pandaria, and like I got into like WoW roleplay at the end of Cataclysm. Well, actually, that's not true. I like got into it very seriously at the end of Wrath of the Lich King, and I got like more and more deeper into it throughout Cataclysm. And then I just roleplayed from pretty much like I started in like mid-Wrath all the way through Cataclysm, all the way through Mists of Pandaria, and like at the end of Mists of Pandaria I stopped. So it was a long time ago, but I never like did anything in Pandaria other than level up a character. I did some stuff on the Timeless Isle. I remember I thought it was really boring. Timeless Isle is overrated. Don't at me. All right. I know that's going to get some hate comments, but I was like, okay, whatever. It was all right. But I just mostly role played. I was a loser. And then after the roleplay adventure, then I started really leaning into becoming, you know, the final WoW endgame boss, aka being a WoW YouTuber. Right?
Right. Yep.
You guys have to go through the cycle. Like, you know, I've done it. Maybe you've done it too. You start as a basic PvE player, then you become a PvPer, then you become a role player, and then you finally enter the end game and you become a WoW YouTuber. All right?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you're making React videos.
Exactly. Dude, reaction video, that's the highest tier content. That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%. If you're not reacting, you're unacting.
Here's the thing. People always like talk trash about React videos. All right. Even like behind the scenes, like, you know, I talk to, you know, other YouTube people, you know, yourself, right. You know, you and others. And, you know, there's sort of like that instinct in the content creator's mind of like, this is who the heck is going to watch me watch some dumb trailer or whatever and just share a couple of thoughts on it. A lot of people. It's shocking. Like, people love reaction content.
And why do you think it's just because people like seeing other people's opinions on a thing, especially people that they know? So they're like, I want to see this personality react to this specific thing.
I think that subconsciously, when a person watches a reaction video, because you're watching the content creator or the streamer, whatever, because you're watching them react to the content for the very first time, it's kind of like, I don't know, like, let's say I'm going to watch a reaction to like someone reacting to the Wrath of the Lich King cinematic for the first time, right?
Right.
It's almost like when I sit and watch that, I feel like the part of the brain is kind of stimulated that's like, oh, like when you take your friend and you like sit them down and you force them to watch something cool and you're like watching them to see what they think about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, what's he going to say? What's he going to say? It triggers like a feeling of like, I don't know, like a similar feeling of like friendship or camaraderie, like you're experiencing something together.
Yeah, I can see that. It's
nice. Yeah. But I don't know. There's probably some fancy psychology behind it.
I think it's also, I mean, people, I think, just like seeing other people's reactions to just anything. It's kind of like somebody will watch like a sports game and be like, I got to know what Jimbo on TV thinks about it. I got to know what, like, you know, like all like the people on the radio think about it. Like they'll listen to like 20 different people's reactions just to hear because I think if it's something you're interested in, you're curious to see what other people think about it. So it's like, you know, if they, for example, Warhammer. So I'm like big into Warhammer, and they did a bunch of new like lizard men, Seraphon, and everybody was doing like, Crendor, what do you think? What do you think? Like, people want to know what I think about it because they know I like lizard men. So I was like, you know, like right there, people are going to watch me react to it because they know I like it. So it's fun to see somebody that you know is passionate about something have their opinion on it.
I think it's also confirmation. It's
bear.
What? Oh, dude, run away! What are you doing?
We can't run.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't run. You can run as a ghost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because wisps don't have legs, so you're
Yeah, that makes
technically not
sense.
running. You're just floating faster.
All right, I'm floating back.
Okay, I guess I'll hide here and try not to die and wait for you.
All right, continue.
Anyway, I was gonna say I was talking about like reassurance. Like it's kind of like when you get like an opinion about something and you're like, yeah, I think I know something. Like I got this.
Yeah.
And then, well, I mean, I guess not everybody does this, and then you go and you like look online or something for like counter arguments to it. Mm-hmm. You know, because you kind of want to like be reassured that what you have come to rest in, like informationally, is sound.
Yeah.
And so it's like if you watch something and you're like, that was really cool, that's awesome. Then you can go watch like some Twitch streamer react to it. And the Twitch streamer's like, wow, that was really boring and stupid. And then you're like, yeah, it was really boring and stupid, actually. You know, or they'll say like, wow, that was great. And you're like, yeah, I knew it was great too. Like, man, that's awesome. I don't know. I see you.
Oh,
Hurry up.
I'm going.
Come on.
You know, overall, people are dumb.
People are dumb. Okay.
And I'm with dumb.
I see. Well, actually, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's
Continue.
try not to get killed.
Okay.
There was something else I was getting. Were there any like questions or comments from the previous video that people wanted us to discuss? Do you remember?
Let's see.
Pull up
I
that
have
comment
it over
section.
here. I'll pull it up right here.
Pull it on up right now. You're like
Yeah.
that guy from that one podcast, the bald guy with like the marijuanas.
Oh, yeah.
And he like fights people.
Yeah, the Abraham Lincoln.
The Abraham Lincoln podcast. I think it's called
Yeah.
I think it's actually called the Joe Rogan podcast, you moron.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln. I
The
knew.
Abraham Lincoln podcast. Oh, yes. My favorite English monarch.
Okay, here we go. I've pulled it up.
All right.
Let's see. Any questions we got here? There's the comments. More comments. Somebody said, no, I don't see any questions.
Okay. Any topics?
Topics. Would love for you. Oh, here we go. Would love for you guys to discuss your favorite, least favorite expansion features like Torghast, Warfronts, Dragon Riding, etc. Happy RP walking.
All right. Go for it,
Yeah.
Crendor. Start with the things that you like.
All right. Let's see. We'll start with things that I like. Let's see. Features. I'm gonna have to like pull this up on a map to remember. Let's see. Outlands. What were Outlands features? I guess they had.
Blood Elves and Draenei.
Yeah, I don't think they had many like big features. They probably did.
They did. Daily quests.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Said with such like,
In Wrath of the Lich King, I really enjoyed Wintergrasp. Not like new Wintergrasp where you're in an instance ass, but
Okay.
I like old Wintergrasp where it was like an actual zone and like
Cat.
everybody'd go to the zone.
Watch out for the cat.
Ah,
What's like that blight stuff over there?
probably Blight.
Oh, no. Oh,
Jeez.
what the heck? There's like a Forsaken thing. I don't remember there being like a Forsaken thing there in Wrath of the Lich King. Hey, you died, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. Once we get out of here, we'll be safe in Ashenvale.
Yeah, okay. Anyway,
There's nothing
continue.
high level there.
So you liked
I liked Wintergrasp.
Okay.
Yep. I liked. Let's see. What was after that? We had Pandaria. What did I like in Pandaria features? We already talked about Timeless Isle and how much you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I wasn't even that big on Timeless Isle, honestly. Like it was.
I don't
okay.
think anyone was. Timeless
Yeah, I don't
Isle's a meme.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, it was so great." Oh, like no, it wasn't. Like it was okay, but it wasn't like, "Oh yeah," like kind of great.
But I will say, I really enjoyed in Legion where you were able to get the artifact weapons. I like the artifact weapons, and I like the artifact fishing pole specifically. Like, it was the most fun I've had fishing.
You do a lot of fishing.
Yeah, like easily the best fishing expansion was Legion. Then Cataclysm had they tried to do Winter Grasp again, but they had what's it called? What's that shit called?
Tol Barad.
Yeah, Tol Barad, and it sucked. It was told bad.
I only did it once. Fun fact.
Really?
Because I was like, again, hardcore role player during that time, so I did Tol Barad one time. Don't walk into the bear. It's right in front of you. Okay.
There's another bear over there.
Oh shit. Okay. Just keep on walking.
There's so many bears. At least we're closer to the graveyard now.
Can't bear it. You know what's something I really liked that you didn't mention? What? In Mists of Pandaria, the daily quest zone where you raised your dragon.
Like
you hatched it from an egg and then you like raised it and then it became a flying mount for you.
Oh,
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I think they've carried that into like every expansion now. I don't know if that was the first one to do it, but
what? No. What other expansions do they have you raising a mount?
BFA.
No.
Yeah, you raise that dinosaur. You raise the pterodactyl.
What the hell are you talking about?
And then this one, I'm pretty sure you raise them out.
No.
Yeah. And then WoW Mount raising pet. Hold on.
No, not pet. Yeah. I'm talking about.
Yeah, Mount.
Anus Eater is resurrected. That's rested XP, by the way, guys. That giant pop-up, link in the description. Anyway, wait for me. Slow down. You're walking too fast.
Is How to Train Your Dire Horn. Is that a pet or a mount? No, this one's Pterodax. It's How to Train Your Pterodax, and you get a mount from it.
All right, listen.
Oh, yeah, and this is How to Train Your Dire Horn. This gives you a pet, too.
Listen, I'm not a mount, collector guy. All right, you're the mount collector guy. I got Baron Rivendare's Death Charger. That's all I need.
I haven't even gotten that one yet.
I have never understood mount collecting.
Why?
I just don't get it. Like, you got Baron Rivendare's Death Charger. What else do you need?
I mean, honestly, the rat mount's better than that.
No? It's a nasty-ass rat from, the Dalaran sewers.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I do have the rat mount, to be fair, on my EU account. But no, it's a nasty rat. Dude, Baron Rivendare's Death Charger. It's like a rite of passage mount from Classic.
Yeah, Baron
you have to run
Rivendare,
Stratholme 10 trillion times.
I bet his mount can't even dig through garbage.
Shut up. I also really want the Headless Horseman's mount. I've never gotten it.
I got it on my EU account that I'd never play on.
Wow, how interesting. Congratulations.
I may as well have just not even got it.
That is true, yeah. It's on the EU.
No, I wish I could transfer it to my real account instead of the EU account.
Yeah. Were you just playing EU for a bit, just for the lulz?
Yeah, our one British friend was like, "Oi, we're going to be playing on the EU." So we were like, all right. It was on Legion. We all played EU. And then we did it for that one expansion and then never again.
Yeah. Dude, I had to play on the EU for years because when Wrath of the Lich King came out, all of my real life friends that I played WoW with all quit right at the beginning or just a little bit into Wrath because it was too easy. There was because Wrath is when it introduced all the tank and spank dungeon stuff. And so I think people tend to forget there was a lot of people that really did not like that. A lot. And so all of my friends that I played with, they all quit. They're like, oh, the game's too easy now. It's for casuals. And so they went and started playing other games. And so I was alone. And then that's when I met some people that played on the EU, and I was like, talking. It was like I was a very small YouTuber at the time, so there were like some other small YouTube guys. So I actually made a new WoW account and went over to the EU and played there for years.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I came back to the US. So I kind of miss my EU account sometimes.
Hey.
And yeah. Other features, though. I don't want to stray too far off topic. Any other features that you really liked? Garrisons.
Garrisons. Here's the thing. At first, I actually liked garrisons. And then after about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Because I think initially you're like, oh, this is cool. I have a garrison. I'm doing stuff, right? I can do all that. And then you realize that you just live in your garrison. And you're like, I want to leave my garrison. And it's like, you don't have to. And it's like, but I want to. And they're like, nah, you don't have to. And then it was just, I think everybody realized how dumb it was.
Yeah. I will say that, like, some of the best alt leveling, at least in my opinion, like in modern WoW, is doing Draenor just because of the garrisons.
Oh, yeah, it definitely
like,
is.
It actually feels like there's a sense of real progression.
Yeah.
I wish, I mean, I don't know how they'd balance it, but I really wish that if you were to do Chromie time today, you could go through Legion and get an artifact weapon and it still had like the trees and everything.
Yeah.
Because like you just get a weapon with no power in it. And, like there's nothing. I mean, like you just get like a cool appearance weapon. That sucks.
Yeah.
Was there anything? Go ahead.
I was gonna side tangent this a little bit on topic, but also slightly off topic.
Okay.
I was gonna say, what is one controversial WoW opinion you got? Like, you know how everybody hates like Torghast or they hate garrisons? Like,
yeah.
It would, an opinion being like, you know what? I loved garrisons. Like, what's one of your opinions on that?
I think, I've already said one, which was the Timeless Isle one.
Oh yeah.
I think Timeless Isle is overrated. A controversial WoW opinion. Man, do you have one like off the top of your head? Is that what you're asking?
I got one. So
right, tell yours
mine.
first.
You can think of one. So mine is that I actually like Battle for Azeroth.
Really?
Because I know everybody hated it, but initially a lot of people liked it. I thought the art was really cool. I had a lot of fun going to like new Arathi Highlands. I had a lot of fun at first doing island expeditions. They got kind of boring after a while. Same with Warfronts. Like I liked it initially, and then I was kind of like, by the end of it. But I think a lot of things become like that. But I really just loved like the art style. I love the hub cities. I love Borealis, and I love the troll one. I can't remember what it's called.
Zuldazar or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Send the Allure, something Allure, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I just I still go back there and I'm like, yeah, this is fun. And even the end of it, like going to Mechagon and stuff, I had a lot of fun doing Mechagon stuff and getting mounts and doing the Nosdratar play. Nosdratar sucked at first, but once he got flying, it was like neat. And it was actually cool. So like overall, I actually thought BFA was like pretty all right. Like it wasn't the best, but I was like, I had fun.
I think the only controversial WoW opinion that I have is Jaina's dad did nothing wrong. Like, all right, hear me out here. All right. Maybe I'm just forgetting some Warcraft 3 lore, but his name was Dalen Proudmoore, if I remember correctly.
Right.
And Dalen Proudmoore was like, hey, orcs kind of suck. All right. Now, why did Dalen Proudmoore have this opinion? Well, you see, the orcs are these crazy aliens from another planet that stormed through the dark portal with the entire intention of conquering the planet and just wiping out any resistance. They burned Westfall, burned down Stormwind, killed people by the droves, practiced demonic magic, all that, like they literally had demon magic in their veins, blah, blah, blah. Crazy, warlike, tribalistic society. Dalen Proudmoore's like, hey, these orcs, no. let's no. So, but then Jaina is like, no, Dad, no. Thrall is awesome. I met this one orc guy named Thrall, and he's really cool, who I'm not attracted to, by the way, LOL. And then Dalen's like, I don't care if you found like this one okay-ish orc. What's going to happen is you're going to be like living your best life, and then he's going to turn around and betray you, and probably like Theramore's going to get blown up by like a mana nuke or something. She's like, Dad, that would never happen. And you know what? She then like leads this whole horde expedition to get her own father murdered, right? So he gets killed. You know, then she's like, oh, man, how could this happen? Dad, you fool. All right. And then what happens? Everything that Dalen Proudmoore said would happen if Jaina allied with the Horde and the orcs and all the, the trolls and all them is exactly what happened. Giant war, the whole Battle for Azeroth expansion that you're talking about, mana nuking Theramore, tons of people dying. The Horde is crazy lore-wise. And I don't see what the big, like Dalen he had a point. And then you know what? And then here comes BFA, all right? BFA with this dumb story with Jaina. I think BFA was pretty okay in some respects, but man, I hate how they handled Jaina. So Jaina, here's what happens. Jaina goes to Borealis, having killed her father. And then she goes to her mom. Her mom's like, well, shit, oh, you're going to jail. And Jaina's like, no. So then like Jaina's rotting away. And then her mom has this vision where Jaina is sad. And then her mom's like, oh, shit. My daughter's sad. It all makes sense now. It's cool. Yeah, you murdered my husband. And yeah, like these bloodthirsty horde fellas, undead, orcs, trolls, whatever, are rampaging across Borealis, killing everyone. Maybe if you had allied with your father and his fleet, this could have all been prevented in the long run. But it's okay because you're sad. And then Jaina's like, thanks, Mom. And then her mom's like, you know what? Let's make you the Grand Admiral because you're so sad. And then Jaina's like, yeah, cool. LOL. Anyway, gotta go pose for my next Rule 34 drawing. See ya, Mom. And she's like, see ya, bitch. The end.
Dang.
Right?
Yes.
All right.
Hey.
Like, all right. I just can't, like, imagine like an alien species came to Earth tomorrow that literally sacrifice people to demons and have demonic power in their veins. And it's like, nah, bro, they're cool. No, they're not. And they burn down New York City. It's like, nah, dude. You just don't understand. I don't know. So I think Dalen Proudmoore kind of had a point. And considering all the chaos that happened afterwards with like Garrosh and stuff, I don't know. I think he's rolling in his grave a little bit. He's rolling in his pixels.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah. There's my controversial WoW opinion. Also, Garrosh did some things wrong. Not a lot, but he did a couple things wrong. You know.
All right.
What do you think?
I mean, that's pretty good. I like yours is very like a lore heavy, like intense. Mine's just like BFA was pretty fun.
BFA's fun. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just remember like in the BFA story, like being like, what? Because I was expecting like this big old thing where like Jaina tries to like seek redemption or people are like, no. And some like great elaborate story plays out where like the Alliance has to, like fight tooth and nail to get the Kultiran fleet to assist them. But no, it's just Jaina was sad. But whatever. I mean, I guess it's cool. Whatever.
I mean, is Jaina still sad?
I don't know. I don't like Jaina as a lore character anymore. I liked her back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, but then again, I liked most of the WoW lore characters into like the whole, like I stopped really liking a lot of the WoW lore characters after Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole expansion of Cataclysm was kind of, it was like they took everything and they're like, I got an idea. We just finished doing the RTS game lore. So what if we just blow it all up, literally? And they're like, yeah. Yeah. And then everyone's just like, what the shit?
Yeah.
And they probably could have went in numerous different directions. And, it is what it is. It happened. Cataclysm hit. And I think it was very mediocre.
Yeah. I didn't like, especially in Cataclysm, how Blizzard started doing this thing where it was like every like class had a sort of what's the word I'm looking for? How am I trying to describe this? It was like suddenly Malfurion was the best druid and Jaina was the best mage. And like, and so on and so forth. Like, I remember like with Jaina, like when they were like, oh yeah, like they started giving Jaina all this like center attention, like mage wise. I was like, watch out for that spider, by the way. I was like, well, what about like, well, I guess Ronan was dead, but I mean, like, what about like some of like the other wizards from Dalaran or something? And like, even like Malfurion, it's like, just because Malfurion was the first druid, does that necessarily mean that he's going to be the best and the most powerful? Like, couldn't there have been someone who came along that was more powerful than him? Like, I don't know. I felt like it was, and then suddenly, Thrall, I remember Thrall was the best example. He's the best example of this. Suddenly, Thrall was the most powerful shaman. He was like center stage in Cataclysm and stuff. And I was like, well, Drekthar taught Thrall. So shouldn't Drekthar be the most powerful shaman? Like, not Thrall? But okay, whatever. Like, I don't know. I didn't like how they kind of made certain lore characters like the poster childs or the poster children for like particular classes. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so, no, I see what you're saying. I mean, I think the writing in general took a turn for the worse after that. It seemed like they didn't really know where to go, and they're like, let's just play around with it and kind of just, create new characters and thrust other characters into the spotlight. Yeah. And, it's good for like, I guess, fan servicey type of thing. Like, oh, it's Sylvanas. Yeah. But in terms of like actual good story writing, it's not great, which is why I actually like some of the Dragonflight quest lines I played. It was like better storytelling than I've seen in like numerous WoW expansions, which is part of the reason I enjoyed questing in Dragonflight so much.
Dragonflight was good. I think maybe I don't know if you'll agree with this, but it seemed like Blizzard, and they're doing it a little bit better now with Dragonflight, like you just said.
Right.
But it seemed like Blizzard went from developing a world to developing characters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about Jaina Proudmoore and like what the hell is going on in her head. It's like I care about Borealis and like what's going on in that zone. What is like the politics there? What are the customs? What's the history, the culture? Like, I want to see that continuously expanded upon, not Thrall, not Malfurion. Like, it's the World of Warcraft. It's not like a center. It's not like this world that these like, 24 or so main characters are just occupying. Like, the world needs to be the main character. That makes sense.
No, I agree. I think you're right. I think they have done it better in Dragonflight, where like you're going around, you're like, oh, this is like the Tuskar's story, and we learn about them. And you go to another zone, you're like, oh, this is like the Dragonflight and like time and Chromie and like all these things going on with that. And then you go to a different one, and there's like the archaeologist, and you're like, oh, they're just trying to take pictures of shit, and you like get to take pictures with them, and it had more of that classic WoW feel, because that's how classic WoW was you went around and you're like, what's going on in this zone? What's going on in this zone, right?
Yeah, like you don't have like that signature main character like in the center of the Tuskar village that's like at the head of everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I figured we would stop here because, you know, it's the inn of Astronar.
Yeah, no, it's a good place to stop. We made progress. We went from Aberdeen all the way down to here, and we only died like 3 times.
It was great. And dude, next adventure is going to take us into the Barrens.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, we're like a third-ish of the way there.
Hold on. Let me use my measurement abilities here.
Okay.
So if I use this bottle, all right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're about 4.5 bottles away, but we're gonna be hitting some harder mobs down there as well. So who knows, that could get a little wacky.
Dude, the worst is gonna be Ungoro.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be bad.
There's gonna be a whole episode of us just trying to like a whole episode will probably just be us like getting halfway through Ungoro.
It's actually funny because we get to go through some of my favorite zones that you hate.
Oh really?
I love Tanaris.
Well, I never said I hated Tanaris.
Yeah,
I just said no. When did I say that?
I'm pretty sure you said it.
I just said it wasn't that fun.
All right, well, I like that zone.
I don't like Ungoro.
I like Ungoro.
Shut up.
I like 1,000 Needles.
It's okay, I guess.
And I like the Barrens.
Barrens is great.
Yeah. I like
the Barrens is like
too.
The Barrens is like a perfect WoW zone.
Yeah. No, I love the Barrens. In fact, when we go through the Barrens, we can share some like classic, like way back, like actual vanilla WoW Barrens stories. Because I got plenty of stories from me walking through the Barrens back in like 2005.
Hell yeah. What was the last zone that you said? Mulgore?
Yeah, I love Mulgore because it's like the Great Plains.
Yeah, I mean Mulgore's great.
Yeah.
Who told you I don't like these zones?
Nobody said anything about Mulgore. I just wanted to mention Mulgore.
What's the best Kalimdor zone?
Best Kalim, probably Winter Spring.
No. Definitely not. Nope. The best one is, unironically, Dustwallow Marsh.
That is a wrong opinion.
Dude,
if I watched your reaction video to the best zones, I would dislike the video.
Dude, it's Dustwallow because it's like all swampy and thick. You know? And then when it rains and it's like super rain, because, you know, classic WoW has super rain, like you can't like see and you hear all like the bugs and it's like haunted and stuff. You're like, wow. You're like, it's all immersive, you know? That's
how I feel about Feralus. I love Feralus. It's kind of like the STV of Kalimdor, but it's more peaceful and like kind of in the mountains. You get that rain, you're like walking over bridges and shit, and it's like raining, and you're like, oh. And then the gnolls shoot at you.
And then the Yetis yell and like run down the hill and try to kill you. Then you do that damn quest in that damn Yeti cave where you have to get that stupid cape or something.
Yeah, you gotta escort the chicken out.
Oh, it takes forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. And then there's like the 2 islands off the coast of like Feralus, but you don't go there because there's elite mobs there, so it makes you feel big, sweaty. Well, you go to the top island. I mean, the bottom one, the Isle of Dread. You don't go there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it makes you feel big, sweaty when you step on that island.
Oh, yeah, big, sweaty. But the giants, you zap them with the thing, and then they become not elite.
That's true.
Yeah, I remember I just leveled through all that area.
What's the worst zone of Kalimdor? Not counting Moonglade.
I don't even mind Moonglade. Moonglade's all right. I would say, oh man, I'd probably pick Fellwood.
Yeah, Fellwood's up there.
I'm not a big Fellwood or Stone Talon. Like, I don't mind Stone Talon, but it's okay. I don't hate it, but I'm not like, oh, Stone Talon. Or even Desolace is kind of
Yeah. Stone Talon for me, I like Stone Talon because it sort of feels like you're on the edge of civilization. Like, that's how I feel. Like, the edge of Horde civilization, because you got that one, like, little dinky town out there. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I like that. Desolace is just a meme. Like, it's just bad.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna say like, oh, the worst zones, it's like, oh, Moonglade, Desolace, those don't count. Yeah.
I legit think Moonglade's pretty all right.
Okay.
I've gone there numerous times as a druid. You know, I've had a good time. Swam in the lake, talked to some bears that were just chilling. I don't know if he's a ghost bear or normal bear, but I like Moonglade.
The real worst zone is Silithus.
Yeah, Silithus isn't very good.
It's hot. It's sandy. There's bugs everywhere. It's sandy.
And they didn't even like finish it for a while.
Finish it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know if it is finished.
I don't think it is. In Cataclysm, like you get some quests there, but some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
All right. Well, should we call it here?
Yeah, it's a good place.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us on this great second walk. Feel free to make any suggestions in the comment section down below for topics or things you would like for us to rant about and get passionate about. Thank you again to the channel members, those of you guys that are watching this early. Shout out to you guys too that are non-members that are watching this as well. Don't worry, it'll come out soon. And yeah, Crendor, thanks for being here. Thanks for walking with me and getting killed by bears.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
No problem. I'm with dumb.
Trogno, stupid.
All right. Well, I guess as always, I will give to thee thine final word.
Seeth ya.